Hello and a warm welcome to Federal special program Capital Beat, reflecting the confusion and the tussle within the opposition. Mahagathbandhan in Bihar failed to announce a seat-sharing pact Friday as the nominations closed for the first of the two-phase assembly elections in the state. Now, partners of the alliance filed nomination papers for all 121 seats going to polls in the first phase. The total strength of the Bihar House is 243, while talks continue to end the deadlock over seats. The last date for filing of nominations for the remaining 122 seats in the second phase is Monday. Now, what is happening? Mahagathbandhan, comprising RJD, Congress, cpi-ml, cpi-m, cpi-n, Vikashsheel Insan Party, still have to resolve the fight for seats in over a dozen constituencies. Now, while the alliance is still intact, parties have unilaterally released their lists. Sources in the RJD have said that senior leader Suresh Paswan, state party vice president, will contest the Kutumba seat where the Congress has fielded its Bihar unit president, Rajesh Ram. Now, there will be at least 7 to 8 friendly fights on seats, and it will include Kutumba, where Bihar Congress chief Rajesh Ram has already been given a ticket by his party. That is what one of the top sources in the RJD have shared with the media personnel. Now, both the RJD and the Congress have also fielded candidates in the Vaishali and the Lalganj constituencies. While the Congress has nominated Sanjeev Singh from Vaishali, RJD has put up Abhay Kushwaha on the same seat. In Lalganj, Congress has fielded Aditya Raj, while the RJD has asked Shipani Singh, daughter of former Lalganj MLA Munna Shukla, to contest. Congress has also unilaterally released a list of 48, has handed the tickets in another 5 constituencies, that is Kahalgaon, Pranpur, Jale, Chainpur, and Gaya town. RJD, however, is not willing to give up its claim to the Kahalgaon seat, though it has been a traditional Congress seat. So is all not well within the Grand Alliance in Bihar. There seems to be some sort of a lack of clarity. Is the Grand Alliance really losing the initial momentum it had started with? And if the seat sharing talks have still not been finalized, then what were those rallies and yatras all about? These are the big questions staring at us before the Bihar elections. Joining me this evening is Faizan Ahmed, senior journalist and political commentator. Thank you so much, Faizan, for joining. We have Ashok Mishra, senior political commentator. Thank you so much for joining. And I'll begin with Faizan today. Faizan, why does it appear that the Grand Alliance in Bihar seems to be lacking some sort of a clarity? There is no smooth seat sharing which has happened. There are seats which are overlapping on which Congress and RJD have tried to field their candidates. There seems to be a friendly fight, but all doesn't seem to go well.
Nilu, I will not say that there is lack of clarity. I will say there is great confusion. There is a great confusion among all these allies of Mahagathbandhan or Grand Alliance. You see, till today, this Gathbandhan, this alliance has failed to come out with its final list of candidates for the 243 assembly constituencies. I mean, it is still not clear how many seats RJD is going to contest, how many seats it has given to Congress, and how many seats it is going to given to cpi-ml and other left parties as well as VIP party. All these parties, since the nomination was closed for the first phase yesterday, I think without declaring their candidates officially, most of the parties gave symbol to their candidates and asked them to file the nomination. As a result, what is happening? There is a term used by the media as well as the political parties, friendly contest. At least 9 and 10 constituencies, there is friendly contest. How it is friendly? When there is contest, how it could be friendly? So this is a contest as well as it is like with BJP or any rival party. If they are candidates of both Congress and RJD, or left party or VIP. This is not a friendly fight. This is a fierce fight uh, between these Mahagathbandhan allies. And you see why it happened. I think uh, as far as I understand, the delay in finalizing the seats analysis, seat sharing, and further delay in declaring their candidates, and also the delay in understanding among these the parties. So this confusion has been created, and uh, this confusion has already created problem for the voters. The voters are totally confused. Who is the candidate of the Mahagathbandhan? Whether it is Congress or RJD or VIP or CPI or CPM or Left Part or cpi-ml, this is still very conflicting picture has emerged because of the utter lack of understanding among the partners of the VIP. And I think RJD, since RJD is the biggest party of the Grand Alliance, it is the responsibility. It is, I think RJD is more responsible for this delay and this confusion.
Okay, so you are saying that RJD is responsible for this delay and and the confusion which is emerging. Ashok, what is your sense you are getting? Is there a certain lack of clarity? Is the Grand Alliance really losing the momentum despite the yatras they did? Despite the narrative being on their side, they were constantly questioning the BJP and the Election Commission on vote rigging. But even then, it seems that the basic fundamental thing of seat sharing still hasn't been resolved. What do you think are the what are the reasons?
The Grand Alliance, the delay in finalizing the number of seats, number one, and finalizing the candidates. So these are the two issues which is going to, have some impact on the electoral performance of the Grand Alliance allies. It's a delay. First of all, the top leaders of all the constituents of the Grand Alliance, they should have sat across the table, first decided how many seats are they going to contest. So there was initial confusion on the number of seats they are going to contest. Secondly, there was confusion, and still there is confusion in that who will be our candidates. Someone has decided there are more than two seats, more than two candidates in each seat for the many constituencies. Even the RJD has a couple of, more than 2 to 3 candidates in one constituency. So is the case in Congress, and CPI and CPM and cpi-ml. They too, all these three left parties too are facing the similar situation. So the confusion started vis-a-vis the NDA has, despite all confusion initially, the NDA has come across and it has finalized the number of seats and the number of candidates. Whatever they wanted to fill, they have done it. Now, the delay, even today, they have not been able to finalize, as is reported in media circle heavily, and it goes against the Mahagathbandhan electoral prospect, that there are at least 10 constituencies where the allies are fighting against each other. Now, the only saving grace will be when on 20th, that is the last date of withdrawal of nominations, they arrive at a consensus and force each other decide whether one particular seat is going to be contested by X or Y, and they force the constituents to withdraw their candidates so that they have clear-cut 243 candidates in the field contesting and fighting against the rivals, that is India. This is, we are just waiting. We can wait till 20th and the last date for the second phase nomination. Till that time, this confusion will prevail in the Mahagathbandhan. and that is because of claims and counter claims. The Congress has, as Faizan was saying, Congress and the RJD, Congress has asked for more than 70 seats. Now, you see, the Congress has a problem this time. Earlier, till 2020 elections, the Congress was not that hopeful. So whatever seats they could get last time they got 70 seats. Now the Congress thinks that our workers have been galvanized and our prospects have increased due to the Rahul Gandhi's united vote yatra of Rahul Gandhi and Tejasvi Prasad Yadav and other political, top political leaders across the country which participated in that. So now the Congress thinks that their prospect has brightened, so they want to contest more seats. Eventually, what has come out is that it is going to contest only 60 seats out of 240 seats, whereas 135 seats will be contested along, maybe some couple of plus minuses. The 135 seats will be contested by the RJD, the left parties, that is cpi-ml, the main left party cpi-ml is going to contest 18 or 19 seats, and CPI and CPM 6 and 4 respectively. So these are the so far they have reached this understanding, and I think it's going to remain the same, which I said. Now,
right, but yeah. No, but this confusion both of you are talking about, that there is a certain lack of clarity, there is a certain lack of consensus at which both parties, whether it is RJD or Congress, they've not been able to arrive at. Now, I'll come to you, Faizan, that who is to be blamed more? Is it the Congress which has not been accommodating, or is it the RJD which has not been accommodating? Because certain sources have told us that, it's RJD which is trying to behave like a big boss. Some people say that no, it's Congress which is trying to garner more seats because of the kind of momentum they tried to reap in Bihar. So who's to be blamed more? Is it some kind of a lack of coordination totally between RJD and Congress, or would you say that they are not accommodating each other to their demands?
You see, there have been many ups and downs in this alliance, particularly the relation between RJD and Congress and RJD and left parties. You see, being the major party in this alliance is since RJD is the major alliance, so responsibility falls on this party. I am telling you, Nilu, at one stage, say about only 4, 5, 6 days back, there had been a speculation that Congress may contest all the seats. It will not remain with the RJD, and it may align with maybe Jan Swaraj party or any other party. But it was because RJD was not ready to give the seats which Congress did want. Because Congress wanted those seats which it said that it could win, not those seats which even the RJD had lost previously. This is what happened in 2020 election also. You see, in 2020 election, Congress got 71 seats, but actually it contested on 32 seats just, because other seats were not his party seat or RJD seats. So they contested only on 32 seats and we won 19 seats. The similar situation was prevailing this time, but now I think after great bargaining and some understanding, now they have got 61 seats, as Ashok was just saying, 61 seats most probably, and they declared the names of 48 only 48 candidates, not all 61 candidates. Party may have asked its candidates to file their nomination for the second phase of election, but it has not been officially declared. So as you asked me, who is the main responsible? I think RJD is the main responsible party. You see, RJD even distributed uh, symbol to its candidates much before this seat sharing was finalized. It was done by Lalu Prasad Yadav himself. He called the candidates and gave them symbols and got photographed with them, and they asked them to go and later on, when Tejasvi came back from Delhi, he called back all those candidates and said that no, you have not to file nomination right now, and it was stopped. The nomination was stopped at that moment. Even the situation is so uh, I mean confusing. I am telling you one example, very interesting and laughable, I will say. You have never heard of this kind of incident in any election, that one particular person called Nabeen Kumar, Mr. Nabeen Kumar, has filed his nomination from Alamnagar constituency on RJD symbol, and then again the same Nabeen Kumar filed his nomination on the symbol of VIP. So one person has filed nomination on two symbols, on two
Right.
political parties. It has never held, I think, not just in Bihar, but even in the country, that one person is going and filing nomination on behalf of two parties. This is the situation. This is the, the height of the confusion. And still, you say that the friendly fights. At the last moment, RJD has nominated candidates for this Lal
Faizan,
constituency.
right. I want to ask you, Faizan, and then I'll go to Ashok. That do you think that the Grand Alliance or the mahagathbandhan is losing the initial momentum which they had started with because of this failure of seat sharing?
I will say that this confusion and this very delayed announcement of the candidates by the Grand Alliance partners, it has sent a wrong message to the voters of particularly those constituencies. Uh, and it has affected even the voters are in a perplexed situation. Then who is our country? They say that I am a supporter of, say, RJD or Congress, but they don't know who is the official candidate, whether it is an RJD person, whether it is Congress person, or it is the CPI person. So there is still very confusing situation, and this has created confusion among the voters also.
Right. All right. So, Ashok, what would you really say? That is NDA having an edge, the initial edge which the Grand Alliance seemed to be having. Now it has gone in favor of NDA. Would you say that?
Let's not say that initially, but there is a confusion. There was a confusion in NDA camps also. The constituents were not happy. In fact, Jiten Ram Majhi, Mr. Upendra Kushwaha, and Chirag Paswan, they were quite unhappy, and they created buzz in the political circles, saying, but eventually they arrived at a consensus and declared their seats. First, the number of seats they are going to contest. Number two, the candidates from the different constituencies, which are the number of the name of the constituency and the respective candidates, and they're declared. So their arrangement is foolproof. So they have taken a lead. You can say they have taken the lead in this, as far as this seat sharing and the declaration of the candidates is concerned, because they are going to poll, because the process is still on. Even their process is still on. On many seats, they have not even filled in, because the second phase is still starts from day after. Now, I will say in the Grand Alliance, we are forgetting one more constituent, that is Vikasil Insan Party, which has got 15 seats now after hard bargaining. So now this Mukesh Sahni, Congress and the left. So initially there was, as Faizan was also pointing out, initially they had and understanding that Congress and BIP will go to polls together, leaving the left and RJD in the midst of this entire exercise. But this could not happen because the leaders were in Delhi. Even Mukesh Sahni had gone to Delhi. Rahul Gandhi was somewhere in Simla. He arrived late, and so he was somewhere in Simla. And then he came. The talks were the NDA talks, the Congress CEC meeting. CEC meeting sat twice or thrice. So this is very peculiar, and this is very weird that CEC sat for twice or thrice to decide the candidates and the number of seats they are going to contest. They sat thrice to decide whether we should go ahead with the RJD left and other this alliance, or we should go with VIP in the Bihar elections. So this confusion remained till the last moment before they declared that no, they are going to fight together.
Ashok, the questions will be asked as to what were Rahul Gandhi and Tejasvi Yadav doing all those days when the voter Adhikar Yatra was on. They were meeting on the sidelines of those yatras. Why wasn't the seat sharing done amicably and in time? People would be asking these questions, that they had all the time when they were together. And even then, if the seat sharing has been left to the last minute, then obviously there are questions raised on the way they have managed the things.
You're right. You are right. So the questions are being raised. We are talking about it in our show. It shows that they have not done the way they should have done. In fact, the momentum which was created during the vote Adhikar Yatra, the unity they have shown to the people during the vote Adhikar Yatra, it doesn't appear to be. My take here is that it seems both the parties, the Congress and the RJD, now they are in a competitive mode. Because Bihar RJD's
Yes.
Bihar RJD is number one in Bihar, so Congress should play the second fiddle. The Congress leaders think that Congress is a national party, so the regional party RJD should play the second fiddle, or at least the equal. But there are 2-3 more constituents, and there are difficult constituents like the Vikasshil Insan Party leader Mukesh Sahni and some left parties. So they are difficult constituents. They will have to be cajoled, managed. But the top leaders did not agree. They should have sat together for a couple of days. The way CEC sat together for twice or thrice, the collective leadership should have sat together and sorted out the differences. But they did not do that. They failed on that front, which is the today's confusion is the deflection of that failure. Now we will have to wait till the day after tomorrow is the last date of withdrawal for the first phase, and I think 23rd, 24th is the last date of withdrawal for the second phase. If by the time they could sort out the differences and there is no friendly fight among them in any constituency, it's okay, it's fine. Then the leaders will come, they will start addressing, and it can be sorted out. Of course, it will be a delayed start for the mahagathbandhan to go to the people straightway. They should have gone to the people straightway, the kind of unity they shown during the vote Adhikar Yatra. So they had the advantage at that point of time. They lost that advantage now. So it will be a delayed start, but I fear whether the problem which is persisting these days, the system of friendly fight they are talking about. So if that continues, even after the last date of withdrawal for the second phase, I think the mahagathbandhan is going to lose its seam which it has gained during the past 2-3 months during the vote Adhikar Yatra.
Right. So it's very clear that there is a lack of clarity as far as the Grand Alliance is concerned. Their seat sharing for now at least seems to be failing. But yes, hope still remains, because the last date of withdrawal of nominations would happen around 23rd or 24th. And Monday is the last date of filing the nominations. So everything depends on how the things take place in the next 4 to 5 days. That's going to be very crucial. And if the things don't get rectified in this particular period, then I'm sure the momentum will be further lost as far as the Grand Alliance is concerned. So we'll have to end it here. Thank you so much, Ashok Mishra ji. Faizan, thank you very much for joining.
Thank you.